Hello, and welcome to this episode of Batavia Spotlight, where we get to know more about community organizations and businesses here in Batavia and in our local communities. I'm Ellen Huxtable, your host. So let's get started. Today, we have Steve Warrenfeldt, who is from the Kiss the Sky studio, store, and whatever else you might have here in Batavia.
All those things, yes.
Good afternoon and welcome.
Good afternoon, and thank you for having me.
Thank you. Can you tell us a little bit about Kiss the Sky? What is it and what do you have out there?
Well, first and foremost, Kiss the Sky is a music store. However, over the last, let's call it half a dozen years, it sort of has morphed into a little bit of a performance venue and a record store, and we also have a small little record label. So we're kind of getting our fingers into a lot of different things, and we're still first and foremost a record store, but we do a lot of live music and we do some recording projects as well.
Now, when you say records, you mean vinyl records or CD records or online music? What kind?
Are there any other kind other than vinyl records? I mean, vinyl analog is it. Yes, we carry, of course, we carry compact discs and DVDs, so we're still in tune with the digital world. But over the past 5 years, 6 years again, our business has transformed from being primarily digital to now it's about 80% analog. So vinyl is a big deal these days.
My son is big into vinyl, and he would approve of that, absolutely. How long has Kiss the Sky been here? I mean, when did you open?
We opened in 1996, so next year we will be celebrating our 20th year in business, which is, I think, a little bit of a milestone. At least for me it is. 20 years in business.
Happy anniversary.
Yeah, thank you.
Congratulations. How did you come up with the idea?
The idea for a record store, boy, that's a long one. I mean, it goes back to when I was probably 8 years old, and my parents were both musically inclined, loved music, played it around the house, and ever since I was a little kid, it was either baseball or it was listening to Elvis Presley and Little Richard and Bo Diddley type of stuff. And then my dad was the Hank Williams guy and the hillbilly from West Virginia. But yeah, it started when I was really young, and really when the Beatles came on the Ed Sullivan Show in February of 1964, and I was glued to the TV, and my jaw was like, I looked at that and went, I want to be that, I want to do that. And of course I lacked one thing, which was talent. And although I played accordion and I learned how to play the guitar a little bit, I discovered that really my interest and maybe my expertise was more in the business end of music than it was in the performing part of it. When I graduated from high school, I went to college. I got a degree in accounting, of all things. Worked in public accounting, worked in corporate America for 20 years. President and CEO of Peak Antifreeze, and I had a midlife crisis thing at age 44 and said, all right, this is it. I'm out of here. I'm out of the corporate world, and I want to do what I've always wanted to do, which was get into the music business, and so started Kiss the Sky.
It was Peak's loss and our gain, that's all we can say.
Well, thank you for that.
Now, what kind of music do you sell and you promote now?
Again, all kinds. I would say that the vast majority of what we sell is probably in the indie rock Americana vein, but I mean, we carry everything from R&B and rap, hip hop to classical and everything in between those genres. So we dabble in a lot of different things, and we're probably very deep into Americana and indie rock.
That's great. Now, you also have live music at your store. Can you tell us a little bit more about the live music and the performances there?
We do. Every week, every Saturday, we have something called a Saturday Morning Cafe. So that starts at 10:30 in the morning, and it's kind of a chill type thing. We offer gourmet coffee, free tea. I make my own tea blends. And so we offer that up, and we have a local person who provides free baked goods. And so hence the cafe thing going going on. But every Saturday morning we have live music. Every Saturday afternoon we have live music. That's called Saturday Afternoon Cafe. And then the last Sunday of every month we have a special show that is filmed by BATV and aired on their TV station and on their YouTube channel on the internet. It's called Live from Kiss the Sky. It's kind of a Austin city limits type of vibe, if you will, but it's right here in Batavia. And then we do random shows throughout the month. Whenever there is something and a reason to do a show, we will do a show. For example, we have a Halloween show coming up on October 30th featuring a Batavia High School band named 12th. So that's coming up. Yeah, we do a lot of live music there.
That's great. So if people wanted to come to your shows or come to the store, where are you and what are your hours so people can show up at the right time?
Well, we are located at 181st Street. We're sort of in the downtown area, but not quite downtown. We're just a little bit south. We're 1 block south of Main Street. Of Wilson Street. We're 1 block north of Main Street. We're right next to the Water Street Art Studio, so you can't miss us. Our normal hours are from 10 in the morning till 8 at night, Monday through Saturday. Sunday we're open from 11 till 6. And when we have shows in the evenings, those shows typically are at 8 o'clock, and so we're open from 8 until the show is over at 10:30, 11 o'clock.
And how can people find out more about your programs and your inventory and everything else?
Even though I'm in the social security age, I am still somewhat internet savvy. We have a website. You can go to it. We're also very active on Facebook, so Kiss the Sky has a Facebook page, and we have all our events up there. We have a calendar up there that you can go and check out what's going on at the store and all the shows and all that.
Do you have a website address that people can find you at?
We do. It's www.kissthesky.net. .net. Yeah.
Well, thank you for filling us in on Kiss the Sky, but we also know that you do more things besides Kiss the Sky, and we understand that you're part of the Fox Valley Music Foundation. You can tell us about the Fox Valley Music Foundation.
The Fox Valley Music Foundation is a not-for-profit 501c3 organization whose mission is to preserve, protect, promote, and educate regarding the music of the Fox Valley area. How this all really got started was in 1937 and 1938, there were some historic recordings made in Aurora, Illinois, in the Leland Hotel. Up at the top, there was this club called the Sky Club. And there were 325 recordings made over a period of 18 months by the likes of Sonny Boy Williamson, Tampa Red, Washboard Sam, Big Bill Brunzi, Walter Davis, Merlene Johnson, Sweet Pea Spivey, and it just goes on and on and on. These were recordings made by the Bluebird Records label, and these pretty historic recordings. In fact, a song that was recorded there on May 5th, 1937, Good Morning Little Schoolgirl by Sonny Boy Williamson, became like one of the all-time great blues songs of all time. It's in the Blues Hall of Fame, and it has been recorded by thousands of blues artists over the years and thousands of rock and roll artists as well. But in any case, those recordings up until about 1995, 1996 sort of lay dormant, and people didn't remember them. They had gotten lost in the shuffle. And some people in Aurora rediscovered the fact that these recordings existed, brought it to light, and then the Blues on the Fox Festival became a reality, kind of grew out of that whole thing. I've been lucky enough to have been associated with the Blues on the Fox Festival for close to the 20 years it's been in existence, primarily as a vendor first, and then I became a volunteer, worked on the festival, helped to operate it, organize it, manage it, and that committee that ran that from about 2006 up until 2012 became the Fox Valley Music Foundation. We sort of handed the reins over to the Paramount Theater in Aurora and said, here's our festival. We've gotten it this far, and we've built it up to the point where it's now become a premier festival in the United States, and you need to handle this now because it's getting bigger than what we can manage as a small little not-for-profit volunteer group. And so we wanted to stay involved in the music scene in the Fox Valley area. And we also wanted to continue to bring to light a lot of the historic music that has been made in this fair valley over the years, from the 1840s when the Potawatomi Indians pretty much resided here, and that was the music that was being made, up through those blues recordings in the 1930s, and then certainly over the last 20 years to 30 years, the Fox Valley area has had a very vibrant music scene, and so we would like to continue to promote that, make people aware of it, and provide some music education along the way. Our dream is to take the Old Town School of Folk Music in Chicago, which you are very much aware of.
I am.
Take that and take a little bit of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame concept.
I've been there too.
Put those two together, and that is what our dream is, what our vision is for the Fox Valley Music Foundation.
So where do you get your source materials? Where do you find the music to fill in from the Potawatomi to today?
We're doing a lot of research. We're spending a lot of time on the internet, in libraries, talking to people, interviewing people, documenting all this. So it's really, right now, we're doing a lot of research. Pretty soon, within the next year, I would say, we are going to develop a Wikipedia type of program and have that up on the internet, and have this an interactive history, music history type thing for the Fox Valley area. So that's forthcoming.
Right. What can the viewers do if they're interested in this, or they want to help, or they might have some resources that can be useful to you? How can people get involved with this?
Get a hold of us. Go to our website, and I wrote it down here. There you go.
FVMF.org. O-R-G.
The reason why I wrote it down is every time I go to say it, I get tongue-tied in FVMF. But it's the Fox Valley Music Foundation.org, and you can also get there by doing the FVMF.org. But go there, send us an email. Come see me at Kiss the Sky. Stop in. Face-to-face is always better than text or email and even phone calls. I like to see the person and talk to them and tell them a little bit about what we're doing and what we have in mind. So, yeah, you can do that. Come see me at Kiss the Sky.
So during the hours that Kiss the Sky is there, you're there too?
I am generally there 28 days out of 30 a month. I'm retired now, mind you.
That's called retired, right? 28 days out of 30 is retired.
Collecting Social Security. But I'm there 28 out of 30 days a month typically. So yeah, I'm pretty much there.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like retired to me.
You know what it is? It's love. It's a labor of love. I love what I do. I never say that I'm going to work today. I always say, hey, I'm going to the store. And there's a difference. There's a subtle difference.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not going to work. I love what I do.
That's wonderful. Steve, thank you so much for joining us, telling us about Kiss the Sky, telling us about the foundation.
And thank
you. And now we'll take a brief time out to hear from some of our sponsors. We'll be back in a moment.